Custom staircases can be extremely expensive and unfortunately out of my budget. So I thought I could make some myself at a fraction of the cost. Since I own quite an arsenal of tools already, all I would be needing are the materials. In this case, that consists of a lot of lumber and glue. I started off by gluing lots of 2x4s together, which would later become the stair treads. I used a paint roller to apply the glue evenly and, more importantly, quickly. After cutting all the stair treads to final dimensions, I moved on to making the single beam that would carry the weight of all the treads. The beam consists of 4 2x6s glued together, and the boards were 16 feet long. I joined sections of the beam together using Festool dominoes and glue alone. The end of the beam, which would be down against the concrete, I used a pressure-treated 2x10. I measured out the last part of the beam, which would turn up towards the loft area. This section would rest on the beam and against the loft floor joists. Now, we start off this video with a 1/4-inch sheet of steel to create a custom bracket for the wood beam. We tack all the cut pieces together up against the beam. Then we finish up the welding elsewhere. After all the welding was finished up, we grinded it smooth for a clean look, and I sprayed it black and moved on to making the riser, which holds the tread to the beam. I used my Festool domino to install 8 oak pegs to each base. The pegs add gluing area to increase its shear strength. This was definitely a time-intensive step. After sanding everything smooth, I paint the beam limousine black with a satin finish. This will give it a floating staircase look when all is finished. I laid the first stair tread down so you could get a glimpse of what the staircase will look like. Now, to get back to the stair treads, I sand them smooth to a 120 grit and put a small radius on all sides. I used the color Natural by Rubio Monocoat to stain the wood treads. It's a 2-part stain, so I stir the hardener into the color well. Usually, pine is quite hard to stain evenly and oftentimes looks blotchy and messy. But with this product, it turned out even and beautiful. This is a 1-coat stain, but since I'm using pine in this project, 2 coats were needed. Before gluing everything in place, I confirm my measurements are accurate with a dry fit. To adhere the treads to the stringer, I use wood glue for the dominoes and Loctite's Premium Max glue on all other contact points. Installing the strip lights was very simple. They all come with pre-applied double-sided tape, which you can adhere to any smooth surface. Thanks for watching and see you next time.